Look out there and feel out there as it's humid, it's hot. We've got the blue skies mixing with some cumulus clouds, and we're not looking for a whole lot of change this afternoon, although we do expect a few more showers and storms. So really regular kind of summer weather as for today, and then things change a little bit and get a bit hotter toward the weekend. We'll get that more intense, sweltering kind of feel with our heat index, probably 105, maybe even close to 110 at times. So probably heat advisories needed for this weekend. No tropical threats for us. There are a couple of spots to track, including Tropical Storm Erin, which we'll get to in a second. But temperatures right now in the 90-degree range for a lot of spots. And look at this, even right now, even on our Wednesday, we have feels like temperatures at 105 plus, so you know it's going to be even hotter heading into this weekend. Our live radar is showing a little smattering of a couple of small showers. We were tracking some of these not far from Houma and Cutoff and Morgan City. Look at this little downpour picking up in intensity here right on the fringe of Laplace and Lake Pontchartrain. That Maurepas shower is kind of fizzled for the moment. The New Orleans metro area pretty quiet at the moment, but we are looking for maybe a few more small spotty showers this afternoon and maybe a few storms this evening. And look at this. This is that influx of the tropical moisture we've been talking about. Most of that, of course, associated cloud cover with that as well, off to the east of us into Alabama and Florida. And you can see in the upper or mid levels of the atmosphere, these oranges are indicating some drier air just out to the west of us. So we're kind of between the two, more so on the side of just kind of the regular showers and storms for today, and the scattered cloud cover maybe helping at times with the heat a little bit, although not a lot of cloud cover like we had yesterday. 92 or so expected for the high. That's average for this point in the year. Our rain chance 40%. That's also average for this point in the year. So very regular kind of day. This is our forecast through 3, still quiet, but 5 p.m. This may be a day where we see the onset of some showers and storms a bit later. I don't think it'll be this much. This model tends to go a bit heavy, but just to show you the trend through this evening. Tomorrow morning, a quiet start aside from some coastal showers. This is by noon and then to 3 p.m. You can see a few more showers and storms tomorrow with a near 30 to 40% rain chance, and then probably a little less for this weekend. Still a chance to get a weekend shower or storm, but the rain chance will be about 20 to 30%. And man, those temperatures are going to be back around 95 again, easily feeling like 105 to 110, maybe even a bit higher at times. The National Hurricane Center has started highlighting this area, just a tropical wave of broad low you can see here in the Western Caribbean, and has it moving into North Texas, North Mexico, or maybe getting close to South Texas in the next couple of days. Not a whole lot of action is expected with this. You can see, for example, the Euromodel still has some low pressure here, just kind of eventually maybe bringing some showers off to North Mexico. But here's what we'll be dealing with this weekend: high pressure. So we're not expecting that to get anywhere near our part of the Gulf Coast, and turning our attention early next week to what might be happening. This is our European model showing through Tuesday. This could be Erin by that point. So even though Erin is really struggling right now, it is forecast to move to the south of this big high and then curve to the north as the high weakens a bit, and then continue out over the western Atlantic, maybe eventually by sometime next week getting somewhere near Bermuda. So this is something we're tracking, but that model, by the way, is early and is just one. So just take that one with a grain of salt as far as Erin goes next week. Here is Erin right now. It is not very impressive looking, and it's still struggling. Winds just barely at 45 miles per hour. Not a really uniform or tight kind of swirl or organized kind of look yet. It's heading straight into a big patch of dry air, so it may take a bit of time, but the National Hurricane Center still calling for it to become a hurricane by the end of this work week. And then once it moves over warmer water and sees wind shear not very strong in this general area north of the Caribbean Sea, it might intensify potentially pretty fast and become maybe our first major hurricane of the season. We'll see, we'll track it, but at this point it is struggling. Models in good consensus bringing it out just north maybe of some of these Caribbean islands, although some limited impacts look like they might be possible for some of these northern islands and Puerto Rico, just kind of as the storm brushes to the north and then curves off farther to the north and eventually northeast. For us, no tropical threats. We'll continue to track everything really closely. Our 7-day forecast just shows that hotter, drier spell for the weekend. Still very humid though, and a kind of similar forecast into early next week too.
All right, thanks so much, Alexandra. And just into our news.